I'm Sherry Lynch, and I'm here with Dr. Robert Graper, who I've known forever, because I'm so excited about this procedure I've been hearing about. It's called Thermi, and if I understand correctly, Thermi is a minimally invasive way to tighten loose or sagging skin. So if you had like some issues with your neck or other parts of your body, Thermi might be the answer. Is that true?
Might be the answer. So what we normally do with patients is they come in for a consult. We'll listen to them about what their goals are and what their needs are. We do a history and physical like you would with any other medical procedure, and then we go into the options. And one of the options for tightening skin would be Thermi-Tight. Minimally invasive means a puncture wound with some anesthesia, but you're not asleep. It's not really surgery. It's just a puncture wound where this heating probe is advanced under the skin to a certain temperature that we determine. That temperature effectively shrink wraps the skin under the underlying structures. So it makes a tighter neck, tighter arms, tighter inner thighs.
Here?
Yep, you can
inner
do it there.
thighs.
Inner thighs, tummy. Now, it's not a miracle. It's pretty cool. It's pretty great considering it's minimally invasive and not surgery, hardly any downtime. But in cases where you need a big improvement, surgery is probably still going to be your best answer. But when you have early changes, modest changes, it's a good option. In some cases, when it's really early changes, it's the best option because surgery is too much.
I know you're a doctor and you're really good with all of this, but I hear puncture wound, and what do you mean by that?
Well, a puncture wound, like when you get an IV in your vein for...
so just a little pinprick.
Yeah, actually like something that big goes through the puncture wound.
Oh,
it's that
okay.
thin, and it's long because we'll put it all the way under the skin and then withdraw it as we're heating the skin to the correct temperature.
So you were saying that, it just melts the fat and the skin kind of tightens up. Does that mean that, afterward your skin produces, kind of stimulated to make more collagen?
It does,
yeah.
Exactly right. So the collagen that's there shrinks, and by shrinking it pulls the skin closer to the underlying muscle and makes it look better. But it also stimulates the fibroblasts that make collagen to make more collagen that further tighten it and make it last.
Wow. And so basically no downtime. Maybe walk out of here, take a Tylenol. Do I have to wear any compression garments? Or?
Many don't take Tylenol. We don't recommend a compression garment.
So I'm just out of here.
You're out of here. I think I'm sure you're a little swollen. We want you to be swollen because that means we've heated it to such an extent that the inflammation is proceeding normally. We want inflammation. That shows we've melted fat.
Yeah.
We've initiated that collagen shrinkage and that collagen production.
So complimentary consultation, we could start here and just work our way to the floor.
You can.
Just Thermi kind of.
You can, but don't be surprised if I say no, because not everything is a candidate. Some things need more, and Thermi would be a waste of time. Some things, aren't even worth doing Thermi on because they're really pretty good, and we'll guide you through that.
All right, so I don't know if you hear this a lot, but I know when I'm sitting around with my friends and we're drinking wine, there's always at least one or two women who blurt out that they hate their knees, and they'll whip up their leg and they'll go, look at this knee cellulite, I hate it.
Very common.
Thermi, can it work for that?
It can work for that, and the common areas, the outer thighs, the posterior thighs, the back of the thighs, the buttock, even inner thighs, all work with Thermi.
So it deals with cellulite. There used to be nothing that would deal with cellulite. So question, so the Thermi goes in there and it melts the fat. Does that mean the fat cells are just gone forever?
That means they're gone forever. They're melted, there's no cell there anymore to either...
Scream for donuts.
To get loaded back up with donuts. That's
wow.
Right. They're gone.
So Thermi has lots of options that are minimally invasive, but I thought I heard you say there were a few that weren't invasive at all?
Correct. So the minimally invasive has a pinprick.
Pinprick.
The non-invasive has no pinprick and no anesthesia. Doesn't need it. And so there's something called Thermi Smooth, which is a external heating element that we use around the eyes to tighten skin. Not as good as a blepharoplasty and eye lift, but still way better than nothing. And takes 3 treatments, half an hour.
Wow.
Yeah. There's another thing that's pretty exciting it's a little private, but for ladies that had a lot of children and things aren't the same as they were.
I've heard about this Thermi-Va.
Thermi-Va. So I would just maybe look that up online and you'll get all the information, but it actually works.
So there's information about Thermi on the website, grapercosmeticsurgery.com, and
Yes.
and that's something that you might want to come in for a consultation.
Well, the estheticians do that.
Yeah.
Patients don't even see me. Everybody is trained and certified, but I'm not really much involved with it.
And that's not invasive at all.
Not invasive at all.
Wow.
Doesn't hurt at all. Takes 30 minutes.
Wow.
Again, 3 treatments. A lot of the non-invasive treatments, you don't do them one time. You almost always do them 3-4 times because they're not as strong as the invasive things, but you don't have the downsides of the invasive things.
But
So-
if you get the results that you love.
Well, right, and it's 30 minutes of a comfortable procedure, no problem.
So it sounds like, you've been working out and eating right and all of that, but time and gravity, you got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Thermi might be the way to go.
Right. Well, as an example, my wife, after 3 kids and 20 years, she's got little irregularities of her skin, little fat that's not quite as smooth. We went in under, we didn't even give her any local anesthesia. She said she was tough. Well, we gave her local, we didn't give her any sedation. And in about 40 minutes, we melted some of that fat, tightened some of the skin, and it is distinctly better.
That's amazing.
It's pretty cool.
So this is the way to go if what you're wanting is just to kind of tighten everything up in a minimally invasive sort of way.
Exactly.
It's called Thermi, and you can schedule your complimentary consultation right now online at grapercosmeticsurgery.com, or you can click the link.